Hi guys, I'm Abhinav and I'm at the MMRT racetrack near Chennai. With me, I have Ram from TVS. He heads and he takes care of all technical things for all the race bikes. This, by the way, is an Apache RR310 one make race motorcycle. And Ram over here, he's going to tell us every little detail about this motorcycle. Hi Ram, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Ram, we just saw these motorcycles race on the track and they seem bloody quick. What goes into making these motorcycles?
Yeah, so these bikes, a considerable amount of modification goes into these bikes, especially the engines. We have changed the piston to increase the compression ratio.
Okay.
We have gone for new camshafts with a higher lift and a higher duration as well.
Right.
The intake, the throttle bodies are bigger and it's a different race throttle body.
Okay.
The exhaust is a free flow exhaust system.
I see that you're using a, if you could come here along
Yeah.
with me because the wire's a little short. You're using a WRX racing exhaust. This is from Indonesia. I know this brand.
Yes,
So
yes.
a lot of parts, some parts are manufactured in-house, but
Yes.
some have also been outsourced.
Yes, the problem with these bikes is because there are 20 of them, it's not feasible for some parts, all the parts to be made in-house.
Absolutely.
So what can be bought out and are readily available, we use those.
Right, right. So the first thing that I notice here is you have reduced the weight. Let's go from the outside to the inside.
Yes.
So in order to drop the weight,
Yes.
the first thing that you've done is you've gone for a race pairing.
Correct.
So there are no lights, there's no instrument console. The frame is basic that you guys have used to mount it.
Yes.
How much weight have we dropped from the bike just by the fairing and the
Uh,
plastic parts?
Just the fairing and the plastic parts would be around 8 kilos.
Wow. And overall, how much weight, how much lighter is this bike from
Compared
the
to stock, it's 35.
35 kilos.
Yes.
So if I'm correct, I think the stock bike, the one over there, weighs about 165-ish.
Correct.
So this would be about 130 kilos.
Yes.
That's fairly light.
Yes.
That's fairly
Yes.
light. So Ram, I see that you guys are using a different set of alloy wheels.
Correct. These are one size smaller than the standard wheels
Okay.
and it's much lighter. The
Okay.
main reason, the main thing is that it's much lighter, but it's also one size smaller because Chennai is a twisty track.
Right.
It doesn't have much of fast corners.
Right.
So for the bike to turn in faster, we need to use narrower wheels.
Right. So if the stock rim would be 3 inches, this would be 2.5
Yeah, the
or
front is
2.75?
yes, 2.5 front. The stock rear is 4, and this is 3.5.
Right, but they're still running 100. It's still 110.
It's still 110 and 150.
And, but that would be still be squeezed, slightly squeezed because
Slightly,
the rim is narrower.
yes, yes.
Yeah, so the tip in would be faster.
Yes.
Brilliant, brilliant. Then I see that you guys have a different rotor at the front. Could you tell us a little?
Correct.
About
That's also an aftermarket race rotor.
Okay.
It's an aluminium center with only a metal outside.
So it will be lighter.
It's much lighter, yes, because the unsprung masses are very important in handling.
Absolutely.
So that's why we have gone for the size is the same. It's a 300 mm.
Right, and I
It's
also
just
see
lighter.
that it's a pedal style rotor, so it will dissipate the heat much
Yes,
faster.
true.
Brilliant. What about the brake pads? Because the caliper seems to be the same.
No, the brake pads, the calipers, and the hoses are all stock.
They're all stock.
Yes.
Are there? Is there a regulation that you can't change them?
No, because the OE comes with a braided hose.
Right.
.4 oil braided hose. The calipers are good enough for this capacity, for this engine capacity.
All right.
And
It's a 4-pot caliper. It's a good
yes,
caliper.
yes, exactly.
Hybrid.
Yes.
And then I'm assuming you guys would have changed the brakes to non-ABS.
Yeah, ABS is the first
So
thing you
it's,
take off
the
on a
first thing you
racetrack.
take off
Yes,
on a race
yes,
bike.
yes.
Great, great, great. Then Ram, if we could show these guys here. This is a quick throttle.
That's a quick throttle. It's actually
Wow,
it's,
only about
say on 30 degrees of
30
rotation.
degrees
Yes,
full
yes,
throttle. Amazing.
yes.
Then what else can you tell us? So this is
It's just a fiber shell,
Right.
which is very light.
so you have an aluminium tank under.
No, it's still the metal tank. Like
Still
I
the
said,
metal
because
tank.
it's 20 bikes.
Yeah, right, I
Extensive
understand,
modifications
I
are difficult.
And you have a different set of rear sets. These are further back and they're also
Yes,
slightly
also
higher.
up. Yes,
Brilliant. So the rider gets a very aggressive riding position.
correct.
In fact, I noticed that even the clip-ons are different.
Yes,
They also seem to be slightly wider than the stock one. Is that the case?
very slightly. But the
Okay.
main reason for this is the stock ones, if you see, they are a little taller
Yeah,
because the
yeah.
stock bikes need a better ergonomics on the highways as well.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so we have dropped this by almost 30 mm compared to the stock ones to
Okay.
bring in more front bias.
All right. I also noticed that you guys are running a bigger radiator. In
Yes.
fact, there is a trick to the radiator that I would let you do the talking about.
Okay. Yeah, so last year we actually ran the standard radiators. It was not this amount of tune in the engine, but still we found that on the track, because like I said, it's not a fast track.
Right.
It's a very twisty track with very small straights. So
Right.
you don't have much time for the engine to cool down. So we had some heating issues in the last year championship. So this year we have gone almost 1.5 times the frontal area compared to last year.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah,
That's
so,
a lot. And the
yeah.
bikes are performing well.
It's yeah.
I did see a motorcycle breakdown during the race which just took place. It stopped before the final corner.
It did. I didn't see that yet. I was a bit
Alright.
busy with the nationals. But it is the problem with the race bikes is, like, no matter how much you take care of it, something can go wrong because everything is in a high level of tune. So one small, especially in 20 bikes, when you're running like 8 races in 2 weekends, the probability of one small mishap is always there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what are the service intervals for a race bike like this?
On the one makes, it's 1 season.
1 season?
Yeah, engine won't be open unless there is a problem or a drastic power drop. It'll not be open for at least a season.
Okay, so that is a good 8 races.
8 races plus practice sessions plus qualifying.
Wow, so that's quite a reliable engine.
It is.
So could you just now talk a bit about the engine?
Okay.
What all have you done to the engine?
Yeah, so the base engine itself is actually quite powerful and reliable. It comes with all the bells and whistles, meaning it's got a Newcastle coated sleeve. It's a full aluminium sleeve.
Right.
Obviously water cooled. So reliability wise, we never had any issues with the race bikes as well. So in this we have gone, so that is why we have decided to go for more modifications in the one make for RR310 compared to the RTR200.
Okay.
So in this we have increased the compression ratio.
Okay.
What
compression is it running?
It's 11.8 now. Yeah, it's not, for one makes that's not a problem.
All right.
So it's 11.8.
And what is the stock?
10.8.
All right.
Yeah, so it's 11.8, but then it will run on normal fuel.
Okay.
But just not to take a chance, we run on the bunk 99, the power
All right.
power
Yeah,
99.
yeah.
Yeah. We run on that and piston. Then the cylinder head is stock because
Okay.
porting involves a lot of work, CNC, and then it has to be hand matched.
Yeah.
And all that. It's a bit of work, and considering, like, again, 20 bikes and spares for that, if you replace the engine, we have not decided not to go for that.
Right.
So it's a stock cylinder head.
Right.
The valve springs are also stock. The valves are also stock sizes. The camshaft we have modified. The lift we have kept the same almost, because without the valve springs, changing the camshaft lift would be a problem. So the duration is considerably increased compared to stock.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So more air gets sucked in.
yeah, you have more overlap and a later closing intake valve as well. So you build up more top end. So for example, the stock bike revs out around 10.8 is the rev limiter.
Right.
And the peak power is around 10. So in this, it revs out at 12,000 and the peak power is around 11.5.
Okay. So, and what kind of power would this be putting out right now?
This, in this state of tune, I would say around 45.
45 BHP.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's decent, because I think the stock bike only makes about 34 horsepower.
Yes, 34, yes.
And that's at the crank. So
Yes.
So
This is also at the
rear wheel-
crank.
Oh,
No, this
okay,
is also
okay.
the crank.
So realistically, over 40 BHP definitely at the wheel.
Yes.
Okay. Then what else can you tell us about this motorcycle?
So yeah, internals, that's all. The camshaft and the piston is all there in the inside the engine.
Okay.
We are running the new slipper clutches that's coming on the stock motorcycles.
Yeah.
The intake throttle body, we have gone for a bigger size.
Okay.
With a higher flow injector.
Okay.
The fuel pump is still the same.
All right.
The exhaust is also a free flow exhaust.
Right. Full system.
Yeah, a full system.
Right.
Engine.
What about the suspension? Have you done anything to the suspension? Sorry, I cut you off.
No problem. It's the same spring.
Okay.
But the damping is different. It's not adjustable damping. It's only
Okay.
preload adjustable like the stock bikes. But the rebound damping values are altered for the
Okay.
track. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And the front is the stock one.
The front, again, only the damping values are changed.
Okay.
So because usually the suspension is made out for potholes, and also if you keep too much rebound damping, you will have a very bouncy bike on the street.
Yeah.
But here you need a higher rebound value compared to stock.
Absolutely.
So the rebound damping values are the only ones we have touched, only parameters we have touched in this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, I've been told that these tires.
Yeah.
So the stock motorcycle, I think it comes with
Michelin.
Michelin
Yes.
Pilot 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
on the road.
Yes.
But these are TVS Eurogrip tires.
Correct.
And a little birdie told me that these tires have been outperforming slicks from a rival manufacturer that I'm not going to name in this video.
Yes, they are. They are, in fact, they are, okay, this is not exactly a street compound,
Okay.
but the construction and everything else is exactly the same. The
Right.
compound is slightly softer because it's not meant to last as long as a street tire.
Right.
But
But
it,
these last an entire season of racing?
yeah, easily. We do change for every 2 legs, that is 4 races, but it's not required. It'll run the whole season without any problem. And these actually outperform Bridgestone battle axes as well. We have tested them 1-to-1, yes.
Wow.
And Dunlop Geo Sport Maxes, which are like the benchmark in sports
And
tires.
this is readily available in the market for
Yes.
people like me to buy.
Yes, it is.
Let's check this out. I think the name would be somewhere over here. I think it's here.
Yeah.
So, Pro Top Extreme XF Pro. Check this tire out, because this is not me saying it. It's actually the guys who are racing the motorcycles. They are telling us. So I see that you have standard affair, lever guards.
Yeah.
Again, you know, new clip-ons. We've discussed all of that. The braking, you say, is sufficient.
Yes, it is more than.
Brilliant. What about the gearing? Have you altered the gearing based on the track?
No, only the final drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it shorter? Is it?
It's shorter. Yes, it's shorter.
Because, and so I was told that this motorcycle can hit a lap here in 1 minute and 56 seconds.
So again, there's you can actually do it in much lesser.
Okay.
I mean, I would estimate it can do it in about 153.
Wow.
Yeah, but the problem here now is that even the national championship motorcycles, we have done a best of only 55s.
Okay.
So last year the best was 53.6.
Right.
And even the 165cc's are doing 2 seconds slower.
Okay.
The reason being a cyclone struck here a week ago.
Yeah.
So what happens on a track is when you have a really bad storm, all the rubber gets washed off the track, which is
Yeah.
something people are not aware of.
Yeah.
The track seems very clean and neat, but when the rubber gets washed off, all the friction coefficient is in the rubber that's laid down.
Absolutely.
It's not on the asphalt.
Yeah.
So once this is washed out, there is no grip on the track. So
Right.
unless a car race runs here, a couple of weekends of car races run here, the
Yeah.
cars lay down rubber, the
Yeah.
bikes don't.
Yeah.
So once that runs, we are sure it'll go down by 2 seconds at least. So 53 is something we are confident of.
So can we expect anything from this motorcycle to trickle down to future RR310s?
Yeah, for sure, though it's not up to us, but yeah, always it's related. R&D and racing is always related.
Absolutely.
So what we do here, and even the reliability issues that we face on the stock motorcycles when they're modified to a high level of tune, always trickles down to R&D, and they improve the motorcycles further. Same with the performance and handling. They take inputs from us and our riders all the time, and they did when they were developing the RR310 as well.
Because TVS has been doing this for nearly 40 years.
In fact, our ex-boss is here. He's been around for 30 years in the company.
Wow.
Yeah, he
Wow.
retired a couple of years
Wow.
ago. Yeah, Arvind Pangavankar, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So anything else that you'd like to tell us about this beautiful motorcycle that you guys have created?
As of now, I think I've told you everything, but we just have one thing with this bike, is that we'll keep improving it every year.
Right.
So every year should be faster than the last year.
Are we already faster than the last year?
Yeah, I mean,
because the road surfaces are
yes,
different.
but yeah, at least 2 seconds, confidently,
Oh, wow.
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I see that, you know, on the front rim over here, you guys have created a spacer disc.
Correct.
That would be because the caliper is fixed in its position because it's radially mounted.
Yes, that is one reason, because this wheel is not for the, it's not
Right.
designed for
Yeah.
the RR310. It's a generic wheel that's available on the market. So yeah, exactly
Yeah,
what
so
you said. You have to center
exactly. So
the,
you
yeah.
have to space it out. It
Yes.
just caught my eye.
Yes. Even the sprocket has an adapter for that matter.
Oh, yeah. Let's
Yeah.
take a look.
Yeah.
And these are all CNC machines, right?
Yes, all of them. Yeah.
Take a look at this, guys. There is a custom adapter on which the sprocket sits. And then, are these manufactured by you or bought aftermarket?
No, these are manufactured. This is just a regular lathe. I mean, it can
Right,
just turn
right.
it in a lathe. Yeah.
Lovely. So, guys, this is the motorcycle, Apache RR310, one make championship motorcycle. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can participate in a TVS program and get to this level where you race this motorcycle. Ram, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving us all your little secrets about this motorcycle.
No secret. Yeah.
In fact, guys, what I'll do is, in the next video, I'll show you their Prospect motorcycle, and we'll find Ram again, and we'll get him to reveal all the details of that crazy machine which puts out over 50 BHP. Thank you so much for watching. This is Ram, I'm Abhinav, we are at MMRT. Have a nice day. Bye bye.